Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to another Blue-Eyed Panda Let's Play video. And in case you haven't realized, I'm actually doing a new game mode today. This is actually Pixelmon. For those of you that haven't played it, it's basically Minecraft with Pokemon. So, let's see if we can see any out here. No, we can't see any out here. I'm gonna go back inside, just shut the door, and I'm just gonna... There, see? It's a Pokemon. It's a Bayleaf. Ooh. Okay, now he's back. Also, before we begin going out there in the wilderness, I do want to point out a few things. For some reason, when I initially started, I had no idea where a Poke Center was. And trust me, I know that they're supposed to just normally spawn out in the world, but on mine it didn't. So I actually had to cheat, and I put a PC down in a healing station. Chikorita, which is a Pokemon before Bayleaf, it was actually fainted for like a good 3 Minecraft days before I was like, you know what, I'm just going to place it down, I'm tired of looking. But, as you can see, I have the Pokeballers texture pack. I have beds, I even have more beds, you know. I didn't mean to make that many, I just happened to do so. But, I also have no Pokeballs either. And basically to make those, I'm going to have to cook this. I'm actually, yep, see here, cooked red apricots. I'm basically going to have to cook those, put it on an anvil, smash it with a big hammer, and I'll get the top of the Pokeball. And then I'm going to have to go find some iron. I actually haven't found any iron in my game whatsoever. Some of you may wonder why I picked Chikorita to start with. The gold and silver versions were actually my favorite versions, and I wanted to stay within those versions, but I also enjoy Bulbasaur from the first generation. So I kind of just combined the two and just picked Bayleaf. I also seen like a wild Squirtle or a War Turtle. They just like randomly spawn out here, so I may still be able to get some. And if you haven't played yet and you're using a grass Pokemon like I am, I recommend that you fight Magikarp. I know that in the Pokemon series they don't give you too much experience, but on here it's actually not too bad. Well, as you start getting higher levels, it starts to get worse, and I don't recommend using it. Ooh, a Staryu. Staryu is actually one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. Mainly because I remember in the... see, look, a War Turtle. I don't have any Pokeballs, like I said, but Staryu is actually one of my favorite, mainly because of when I fought Misty in the first generation. It was so hard to beat her Squirtles and her Starmie. Those were the hardest Pokemon that I've ever fought for Gym Leader, and ever since then I kind of liked them, you know. But as this world progresses, I do want to like make a Munchlax. I really want a Munchlax. Anyway, I'll go ahead and continue what I was saying, but I want to make it like a region in Pokemon. I know if you've played Pokemon before, you know that each generation is broken down in a different region. And there's a big hole there. But they're broken down into each region, and each region has like gym leaders, and it has small towns and things like that. And I kind of want to have like the same feel for my area. What is this? You see these sparks? That's so weird. Anyway, maybe something used teleport, I don't know. But I want to make like a large region and stuff and have... oh, Totodile! I want it. I want it. Look how big it is. I wish I had Pokeballs so bad. Anyway, I plan on having like a bunch of gym leaders and stuff. And being a panda, I thought it would be right to have like all normal Pokemon. Here's some random coal. But I want to have like all normal Pokemon. So that's why that Munchlax over there really intrigued my desires. But I would like to have like a Snorlax and a Tauros. And where did he go? Oh, okay. But I would like to have like all normal Pokemon, like a Tauros, a Snorlax, a Pidgeot, Kangaskhan. If you have any ideas of another normal Pokemon that I should have, go ahead and put it down in the comments. That'd be much appreciated. But also, I know I haven't been on my original map in quite a while, but I did have a new addition in that. I know that I was talking about like a wall of fame that I wanted, and I actually think I one-upped it. I kind of have like this temple. There's a Snorlax. They're really strong out here, but I have like a temple which is really just a pyramid, and it's gonna have like a bunch of names in it. But then that's the intriguing part. Basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take like all my what was I? All my, I guess you'd call it supporters, and like make kind of like a profile or like a silhouette of them, like a big monument for them. I don't need this bed. And pretty much just place it, well, not place it, build it in my world. And basically above it is going to have like glowstone to where it is similar to a halo. And as long as, you know, they continue to support me, I know that not everyone will be able to go through my entire journey with me. I'm going to fight this. Is that a random Pokeball? Can I pick this up? I'm gonna fight him. But it's basically gonna have like a big halo, and for like everyone that doesn't, well, they support me, or then they start making like rude comments and things like that, or they come inside my world after I like invite them, and they like damage it or something like that. I'm pretty much just going to turn that halo into like this netherrack and then light it on fire. Can I get this Pokeball? Oh, okay. Just right click. But basically have it, there's another starting Pokemon. Have it so that like all my supporters will look I keep losing track of what I'm trying to say. But basically, I'm trying to put it so all my supporters have like something that shows a good recognition to them, and like all my supporters that I guess you would say turned bad, I guess, then I would pretty much turn theirs in another rack. You know, not so much remove them. You know, they'd still be able to see them inside my videos, but basically instead it's going to show that they're bad, pretty much. But anyway, I know it's kind of boring just watching me run around. I've been hitting a bunch of grass and things like that, but I had quite a bit to say. And let's see, don't need a gate anymore. As you can see, I built a water bucket, and that was for my farm. I'm wishing I didn't, because after looking how to make Pokeballs, I really needed it. And as you can see out here, this is actually the first apricot tree that I found, and it was actually red, and I didn't know how to get it. And I found out that if you click the bottom of it, well, you right click it, then you can get it. And I accidentally pressed it twice, and I built this, and I dug this hole as well. So that was a lot of fun for me. But I'm gonna go ahead and get in like some more battles. It doesn't have like the best. I don't want to fight any of these things though. But anyway, it doesn't have like the best I guess you would say graphics. I don't know the correct terminology to use. But it doesn't have like the best graphics for a fight. And as you've seen earlier, they kind of just sat there and they just like bumped into each other. It's actually kind of funny to watch. Miltank is actually my favorite one to watch, because they're just so big and they have those ginormous udders on them, and they sit there and they pretty much just smack each other's butt together, and that's how they fight. Also, if you haven't played before, where are the water Pokemon? But if you haven't played before, then you'll you should be aware that I'm actually gonna fight this trainer, but you should be aware that certain Pokemon drop certain things, much like sheep and like original Minecraft. You just went up and you cut a sheep for um, wool, but now you have to beat a certain type of Pokemon in order to get materials. And I actually don't know what makes wool. I pretty much just walked around a lot, and I found it pretty much. It's pretty much how the whole story of how I got so much wool. I know that Miltank drops leather, so if you need like leather armor or something, you could put it on. I don't know why you would need leather armor. See, here they go. They're fighting each other. I want to get away from this Fearow. For some reason, Fearow's on here. Here's a Kingler. I wonder if he's strong. Yep, he's gonna beat me. But for some reason, Fearows are very aggressive towards you. I actually think it's just all Pokemon are really aggressive towards you if they're better levels. Well, higher levels. I shouldn't say better levels. As you can see, this Krabby's ventured very far from home. I have issues throwing a Pokeball. It's just going to be a nightmare. See, this is going to be a nightmare when I try to catch him. And you can see this like floating thing right here. And basically, like I said, they just randomly have things that drop or spawn. I don't think they spawn. I think they just randomly drop sometimes. And that's how you end up getting to come across them. But sadly for my Bayleaf, I don't actually plan on having it for too long. Mainly because, like I said, I want to have like all normal Pokemon. I was thinking about having a Lickitung. A lot of times in the middle of the night, they'll sit right here, kind of where this Nidorano is, and they'll just fight each other in the middle of the night. But I kind of just want one mainly because it has this ginormous tongue, which is literally as large as I am. It is ginormous. And here's my farm. As you can see, this Fearow can't actually get in here. That's because I built that fence there in the wood solo, and I also put a fence on top of it in case they like drop down. But that's just a tad bit about my home. But yeah, the Lickitung will just sit out here and they'll just fight each other in the middle of the night. And the more I see them fight outside my house, the more I kind of want them. But I know I wasn't going to say more on my house, but I'm actually just going to add something real quick on my house. I built it here in the plains biome mainly because legendary Pokemon typically spawn here, and by legendary I mean it's typically just Rayquaza, and you can see them like flying in the air. There's like multiple of them a lot of the times. I didn't get any on this video. I actually tried to record another video, but it wouldn't record properly for me, so I decided to give up on that. I'm sure that they spawn elsewhere in the world. Like, I've seen some videos. Is that a Shiftly up there? But I've seen some videos, and they have like Groudon, and they're in the middle of the desert. So I'm just gonna put two and two together and just assume that that's where it is. Larvesta. What the heck is this? What is this thing? Hey, if someone knows what this is, could you leave it in the comments? Because I have no idea what that is. I've never heard of it. I've never seen it. Well, I've just seen it. This is my first time seeing it. But if someone knows what that is, please leave it in the comments. That'd be much appreciated. And I think this video is getting a little boring. I'm pretty much just like walking around here. I promise it's going to get interesting. I won't have too much to talk about later on in my videos. It won't be so much talking and more of doing things. But I do appreciate all of you that watch this. If you could look at my other videos as well, that'd be appreciated as well. I do want to thank the few of you that do watch these. I see that I get like a few views, but I do want to appreciate you for watching these videos. What else was I was going to say something else. Oh yes, leave a like, leave a comment if you can. I really enjoy like all my supporters and all that, and I know I only have a few of you, but I do thank y'all for watching. And I may be on my next video. I may be on my actual world. Oh, legendary Pokemon. I kind of want to just show you this real fast, so you know that I'm not lying to you about legendary Pokemon in this biome. I'm pretty sure it just flew away. If we don't see it, we don't see it. It'll be alright. It'll spawn in a later video, I promise. See, there it is, Rayquaza, flying in the sky. It's gonna be horrible when I try to catch it, because I'm gonna have to get a flying Pokemon to get up there. And not only am I gonna have to get a flying Pokemon, but I'm gonna have to throw a Pokeball at it. And you've seen how bad I am at my aim. But thank you very much. Ooh, look, 2 of them. But thank you very much for watching my video. This will be all for me. Please watch my other videos. Leave a like, leave a comment, do something to show your support. And this is goodbye. So